but has torn a family apart. Yes, sir.
Did the young man file a 128 against his uncle?
I filed a claim for damages when this occurred. I understand the question. Once I came on the case, I understood that filing those kinds of forms formally rarely have the impact that they are intended. So what I did instead was contact an official that I know in the city attorney's office, and I alerted them to this circumstance before I ever filed a claim. And I alerted them once I filed a claim before I ever filed a lawsuit. And though there were efforts to interview Mr. Shakir after there was an article written about his circumstance, I declined that interview because I want to preserve his integrity of what happened.
The actual sequence of what you're trying to do here in this building, the young man was wrong, should have filed a 128, and if the evidence there shows also, I'm not certain, I've seen some of the video that was online on it. The question also to him, did he hear an unlawful dispersion order and ask people to leave during the time he was shooting the video?
He never heard a lawful disbursement order from anyone, and that was never the reason why he was fired upon. And in 42 years of doing this, you can't tell me how to do it the right way. Respectfully, I do it the way I've always done it, and for 42 years, the way I've done it has been successful. I don't know how many lawsuits you filed on behalf of young black men who've been injured by the LAPD, but I've filed many, and this is the best way to protect the integrity of what happened and to seek justice. Anyone else?
Colonel,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. You take the lawsuit case for wrongful death. My mother gets killed in the nursing
I can't talk about that right now. Thank you so much. Yes, sir.
Okay.
What was the reason he was fired from?
I am not sure. I would love for Chief Moore to answer that question. But what's clear, first time, he shoots him in his hand. He has ligament damage still. The second time, he shoots him in his buttocks when he's picking up the phone. There's no way any officer can justify that use. And there are two culprits, Eric Anderson, who did not have a weapon, and the officer who did, who kind of looked kind of weird when he gave the instruction to fire. Eric Anderson was the one giving instructions for the baton. Boom, and he fired. Boom, and he fired. And the officer, he saw him motion toward Jamal. And the officer had heard the conversation. Go home. He's calling him Eric. Eric, is that you? The officer knows who he is. But it's the culture. That's the problem. And I use stories to reflect the dangers in the culture.
What was the go home exchange? You didn't say that earlier.
The ancestors are rolling in their grave. And Eric says, go home, Jamal, go home. Stop protesting, go home. Go home and be a good little boy in essence. Stop standing here and embarrassing me before my tribe, calling out my name. Stop it. Stop embarrassing me and filming me while you're calling out my name. Stop it.
Did Anderson vocally say fire at him, or was it more of the baton?
Emotion. And there had been other motions before he was struck. And you don't use projectiles unless you have a perception of serious potential injury. They put out eyes. They seriously damage. But the thing that you guys don't understand is the physical scar is a spot on his butt. Physical scar is treatment on his hand. He can't do this right now. You don't see the scar inside. He's a strong young brother who has overcome challenges in the past. And I want to show you the pain of his life right now. How he stays in the house watching television because he can't play video games no more because his right thumb don't work the same.